Probably a lot of organizations like the Forsythia Festival were making plans to maybe cancel morning activities, but this thing really had legs.
That is right. We're taking a live look now downtown Macon. You can see that there's a lot of cloud cover out there now. However, the severe weather threat for today is over. We were under a level 2 for our south and eastern counties, but now that the system has made its way southward, we are good to go. Get out there and really enjoy your weekend. Temperatures right now is 67, so waking up still relatively warm. Make sure you grab your rain boots on your way out the door because the entire ground across central Georgia is saturated. But the radar right now shows all the rain that we saw now down to our south and east. And if we zoom in and get a closer look at what happened, we still see flash flood warnings in effect for Dooley, Crisp, and Wilcox County as we speak. And that's because they're the ones that saw majority of the rain. In fact, they weren't just under a flash flood warning. The National Weather Service issued a considerable flash flood warning for these three areas. So in the end, they got the most rain, but all of the rain is headed out of our viewing area as we speak. Looking back off to the north, though, you can see that we are still developing some sprinkles out there, but the rest of the day will be severe less. If we look at the rainfall totals over the past 24 hours, we can see where the rain ended up, and that was down to our south and west, as I just mentioned. This is radar indicated, so it's not precise. It's not even exact. However, it's a good estimate, and typically the actual rainfall totals in the local areas are more than what this shows. So that said, over 4 inches of rain there just east of Unadilla and west of Eastman, over 4 inches in parts of Crisp County. Looks like here in Bibb County we got over 2.5 inches. Near Jones County, 1.9 inches or more, and 0.9 inches up there in Hancock County. We are still under a flood watch for some spots as all of this water ends up in creeks, streams, rivers. We could see higher flood levels, hence why this flood watch is going to be in effect until 5 p.m. And again, the severe weather threat is over. We're no longer under a level 1. We're no longer under a level 2. Could we see a few stray showers out there? Sure, but nothing severe. So all good news to hear. A lot of events happening today, and we don't want that severe weather impacting those events like Forsythia Festival and Irish Balloon Festival out there in Dublin. But here's the future view. This is what's going to happen as we move throughout the rest of the day. The cloud cover will eventually start to subside as we move into the overnight hours into early tomorrow morning. Wind gusts are still going to be up, and we're actually going to wake up a little bit more on the chillier side. So waking up chilly tomorrow, beautiful day tomorrow. In fact, a big difference compared to what we saw earlier this morning for sure. I can imagine the ground will, of course, still be wet from all the rain that we saw today and this morning. This is 6 a.m. Monday, in the teens in terms of the wind gusts, so a bit breezy at times, but even Monday looks pretty nice. Clouds will roll in on Monday afternoon, and as we head into Tuesday, it looks like we could see more cloud cover in the picture. Wednesday, Thursday, even into the latter half of next week, rain chances are trying to creep back in. We'll see what happens. But as we move into this afternoon, warm mid to upper 70s, and then we'll drop all the way down into the mid 40s early Sunday morning. Yeah. Complete difference compared to what we saw earlier this morning. We're going from wet, rainy, and warm to cold and dry early tomorrow morning. So make sure you get out there and enjoy it while you can.